jealousy. Yeah. Now this is time. We need education, more than bullets and bombs. Now this is time. We need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. Now this is time. We have to wake up and change the world. As the results of 2,000 years of hypocrisy, ego-driven leaders in pursuit of property, power and wealth and fame, oppressing and murdering, killing all in God's name. Iniquity spread across the nation. Humanity is into separation. In the midst of a darkest hour, we rise to reclaim our power. In this time, we love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. In this time, we need education, more than bullets and bombs. We say we not give up, not give up, not give up. Oh no, we not give up, not give it, not give up. Their mission using dirty politicians, brainwash education, war on religion, racial division, food with no nutrition. Hey, this is the Babylon system. Their intention to use all their wicked invention, all the propaganda promoting consumerism, exile and distraction, only misdirection to break eye connection. But if you want come from me, make you know say what I want. This is how I get you ready for the Armageddon. I'm in for the revolution. Power by love and compassion. Cause if we go at them with weapons, then they have more guns. Go at them with money, then they have more funds. With unification, then time soon done. We owe to our daughters and sons in a decent time. Love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. Now this is time. We need education, more than bullets and bombs. Now this is time. We need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. Now this is time. We have to wake up and change the world. Now this is time. We need love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. Now this is time. We need education, more than bullets and bombs. In this time, we need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. In this time, we have to wake up and change the world.
This is a Jack Wade. Free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. Yo, welcome to the ripple effect. OGs listen while they finish this set. Start band, get that pimple in check. Everything got dribbled and wet. People died a miserable death in the mud like a fish in the net. History ain't even correct. Free your mind from the prison they set. We're trying to get your vision correct. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. Bricks melt past 1080 degrees Celsius on the show with the guy they call Steve. Bends cool like the wind in the breeze. Earth melted and all the mud freeze. Bake you up like a kick in the knees. Glass streams, we hit in the trees. God bless you like when we sneeze. What's the difference between a pyramid and a conical roof? Just listen to Jen if you want to know truth. Stick around and she'll show you some proof. And everything you learn, just shout from the roof. My name is Ray, and it's me in the booth. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. It's another component that was on the grid system. Big brother ain't so big now, more like my kid's sister. If you ever want to show a picture, Jen, I'll sit with you. Go make her taser happy. That taser's happy. I used to spend the days cutting class, puffing haze in my grades and grabbing in the back of the class. Ray was napping. It's a jack wagon free zone. This is a jack wagon free zone. Boom.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the show. I have two very special guests with me today. I have Shapu, my brother from another mother, as always. And we have Deborah the Red Brick Chick joining us tonight. Welcome, Deborah, to the show.
Hi, Jen. Hi, guys. Good to be here. Thanks for having me. Hey, Shapu.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Deborah. How's it going?
Good, thanks. Good.
Nice.
Bit nervous, but good.
I'm so excited to have you here. Shapu, I'm excited to have you here with me while we're interviewing her. I was hoping we could do this together. We had Deb on a while ago, and it was brief, and it wasn't exactly the way we had planned it, so we needed to do a proper interview with Deborah the Red Brick Chick, and I'm so glad we got this to happen. Deborah, I wanted to familiarize people with, who you are, where you're at, and how you got into Meltology. Just give us a little background on yourself, because people might not know where you're located, where you're, I'm going to post your channel link in the description here. Oh, excuse me, it's already in the description, but I'm going to be putting it in the chat as well. So everybody, make sure you subscribe to Deborah the Red Brick Chick. Her link right now is in the description below this live stream if you want to go to it directly right now and subscribe, but I will be dropping it into the chat. But Deborah, so where are you?
Right. Well, I'm in Australia, and in a place called the Blue Mountains. It's in New South Wales. It's about 2 hours from Sydney, and it's got a massive elevation. It's nearly 1,000 feet above sea level. 1,000 meters above sea level. So it's quite high up, and it's all it's red still, so that's nice to see. It's massive. It's part of the Great Divide that pretty much divides Australia. It goes right up from South Australia up to Queensland. So they are the pockets of survival that stick out.
So you're talking about like the continental divide?
No, it's building remnants. It's almost like a wall, and they call it the Great Divide because it's a whole mountain range that runs between the states from South Australia right up to Queensland.
Wow, there must be some really cool stuff there.
It's incredible. Yeah, it is. And I got into Meltology just from researching, all the new information that's coming out, and I found Spartan Red. Bless Spartan Red. And all the
Spartan Red and the Eagle Eye crew.
Fervent Heat and Mark and James, and just I spent weeks in bed because my dog had passed away and I was grieving, and I just watched Spartan Red every day, and I was hooked. I saw exactly what they were explaining. I saw it all for myself. And Spartan said, go out and have a look in your own area. That's go out and you'll see it. So I thought, I better get out of bed. I've been lying here for weeks and I've got to get this body moving. So I went to the closest old world building that I could find. It was right across the road. It's called the Hydro Majestic, and I've done some videos on it. And I went around the back to look at these old world steps, and then I saw this massive melt out the back of the building. The bricks actually bulge, sticking out. It's in an arch shape. It almost forms a cave. And I lived in this town. I'd never seen or heard of it before.
Wow.
There's talk of it being, the narrative is that it got struck by lightning.
Oh, is that that's what?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I mean, I got the electrical element, but yeah, it was great. I just nearly fell over when I saw it for myself, and then I got the bug, and I was out often exploring areas around here because there's so much to see. It's a great spot for Meltology here. And I just kept finding stuff wherever I went, of course, all the lookouts and some caves. And there's a Bushman's cave, so it's half built, half cave, and you can see the melt and you can see the bricks and the silly little narrative that goes with it. Yeah, so I've been hooked ever since, and every day, I can't hear you, Jen.
Sorry, I muted myself for a second while you were talking. But the narratives that go along with these places is just, you see right through them.
Yeah, you can't believe we believed them in the first place. It's now that we know the stories are laughable, and it's nice to know a bit of truth about what's going on in this world, because there's so much deception going on, and it's quite healing to sort of understand certain things about where we live.
Yeah, I think it's traumatic and healing at the same time to find out that you've been lied to on a massive level. It's traumatic for a lot of people to digest that, but at the same time, you begin to heal, and then you begin to trust yourself and trust your instincts. Exactly. You think, oh yeah, that looks kind of strange over there, but then you usually move on your way. No, it's like, no, that looks strange over there, and I need to investigate. And this, things are not what they told us, and it's just not just a few things; it's everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and it never used to make sense. We always knew that there was something we're missing. There's a part of this that's not adding up, and so to have this, it's very grounding, and it's very leveling, and it's a great place to be. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes. So I wanted to ask you, Deb, how has Meltology changed your life since you've woken up to this truth?
Well, it's given me a life for a start. I've lived a very lost life. I've always been a good person, and but I found myself in situations that I've not enjoyed. I've been, with domestic violence and that sort of thing, and just constant chaos, constant upheaval, and just not understanding why things aren't more connected, why there isn't. There's love in the world, and it's supposed to be this all-powerful thing, but where is it happening? Like, I can't feel it happening all around me. It's like all fragmented, so it's given me a purpose, and it's given me an interest. It involves all my interests with culture and arts and things like that. It's creative, and geology and archaeology I've always loved. So it's tying everything. It's all making sense. My daughter said to me when she was about 9, she said to me, she was interested in archaeology, and she said, Mum, what is all the stuff that they're digging out? Like, what is that? And I was thinking, is it dust? Is it like dust settling? Like, what is it that, it's obviously weathering and dirt and sand. But obviously, she even picked up as a 9, what's covered all of this stuff? What came over and covered it all? So, in the back of our minds as young people, we know this. We question, like, that doesn't make sense. Well, how could this be? What caused that? So to all be working on this, focusing on it together, and bringing out our findings. It's all linking up and forming this great picture of truth, which has been fantastic. Yeah.
It's a fantastic journey, I gotta say. And I've met so many people along the way, so many beautiful, amazing people who want the truth and want to piece this puzzle together. And everything's on the table at this point. I mean, Meltology answers a lot of questions, but it also brings a lot more questions to the table as well. Questions that we don't have answers to yet. And we're all just trying to figure this out. And I was just saying before the show, you know, there's so many people out there who are taking to this topic and really running with it. And we're seeing it across the board, across the plane. People in Russia and India and UK and Australia. I mean, everywhere you look, there's somebody talking about it, somebody putting out videos about it and everything. And I just think it's going to take off. It's going to be probably bigger than flat Earth once it really, really gets out there. Because like I was saying, we can walk up to these things. We can touch them. It's easier to prove melted buildings than it is to prove flat Earth at this point. You know what I mean? There's no debating it at all. I mean, the proof is everywhere, and you can literally walk up and touch it, and it's so amazing. And
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't feel fooled when you've been fooled all our lives. You know, this, you know, you're not being fooled because you can, like you say, see it with your own eyes, feel it and touch it, even bring it home with you. I've got bricks I brought home with me, evidence that I brought home with me. So, yeah.
I still have a whole thing of rocks right here from my old live streams that we've done, like me and Shapu and other people and stuff. I just got stuff just from walking around my yard mostly. I think my whole yard is one big melted building. There's just little bricklets laying everywhere, like just little tiny pieces, but it's all red brick, all of it.
Yeah.
Shapu has it all over his area too. Yeah, Shapu, you're in Ottawa, right? The Ottawa area.
Yes. Yeah. And it's all over the place. But here they have covered a lot of places. They have taken it down or just covered up with something else, and it's hard to find because they did a pretty good job around this place to hide everything, even the Star Fort. You know, there's no Star Fort around this region, but they are everywhere. And I found out that there was one, but they covered up under the Parliament.
Huh.
Wow.
That's crazy. And that river you went to, you filmed that river near you, and that had like just broken brick all over it.
Brick all over the place. All the beach is all brick, but I don't know where they come from because they were never building there from the 1800s, you know. So it must be before that. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to focus on Deb and her information, her videos and stuff like that. We're going to get all into that. But Deborah has recently turned me on to I Am Caro's channel. I hope I'm saying that right. And this guy seems to have been doing it for a while now. I have not been able to go through his whole channel yet, but I did watch one of his videos last night, and it's about 10 minutes long. And we're going to share that video before we get into full-on Deb presentation. I was so compelled by this video. I was like, this is awesome. Wherever this guy is, we got to share this tonight because he's got a really good zoom on his camera, and he's actually going right up to this stuff. And I even commented, I'm like, dude, that's a melted building all fucking day long. Like, you cannot deny that that's a building. And this is where they just put a road right through. You know, these people just drive right through this stuff. And we don't even know that it's right there next to us. So we're going to get into this screen share. Shapu, you mute it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will soon. So.
Do you want me to mute too, Jen?
No, you don't have to mute, Deb. I think just the person who plays the video has to mute so there's not an echo. But we may stop this along the way because it was just so compelling. There's so much stuff to look at. All right, cool. I'm going to big screen here. Big. Hopefully it works for me. All right, there we go.
Real caught my eye, and I'm not sure what it's made out of. It almost has the appearance of rusty metal. Extremely flaky. That's not
Let's pause it for 1 second. This is more validation as well. Like somebody who's more familiar with melting metal and stuff like that. We don't know the full extent of what was in these buildings. every house on my block has different stuff in it, but basically it has all the same stuff. But there's other things in people's houses or other people's buildings and stuff, other fixtures, other devices, other technologies. When the meltdown occurs, all this stuff melts. You look up the melting point of gold and silver and different metals like copper and steel and whatnot. You'll see that all this stuff melted down during the X Factor event, and it is melted right into it. It just amalgamated itself with everything around it. But we're going to continue here.
Super weird. Don't know.
So there's an aperture right there. You can see what looks like a window. You can see that all that is melted. Just happens to be a window there. You can see the brick lines.
See the bricks, yeah.
I mean, it's so good. He's got a good camera. But this is 100%, without a doubt, a building that this road is cutting through here. I mean, it's got it all. And you're going to see more windows and openings and stuff. See, that one there looks like it's almost closed up. That one right there looks like it's practically closed up all the way. A lot of these windows and doors, when they crush down on themselves, they close up. That's why it looks like it's just one lump. Now look at this. There's a little opening up there. And then I think he pans over to one more opening. It's just crazy.
It looks like where it was flowing melted rock through this channel.
Yeah. Looks like another opening there, which looks like there's brick on either side of it. It's really cool the way he zooms in on this stuff. Look at this. Look at this freaking brick wall right here.
I mean, they just look like ruins too. I don't know, being told it's a mountain when it obviously looks like a ruin.
Exactly. It's just muffed up enough that they could say it's natural. You know what I mean? But we know it's not. So here he's climbing up onto this stuff. I like his music in the background.
Old asphalt. Painted surface. This X should show up in Google Earth as a marker. Should Odysee guy. Still on asphalt.
This is cool coming up here because he starts pulling away some of the weeds and looking at the lowest point that he can look at, and there's brick everywhere. I mean,
A walkway.
I got to get one of those little chisel things that he has too and start carrying that around with me.
Yeah, that looked like fun.
Yeah. He must have got one of those P900 cameras or something. He's got really good zoom on it.
I'm at the castle.
Yeah.
Look at how cooked out this wall is.
Yeah, incredible.
We're going to have to open up a university of Meltology, get a whole big campus and everything, and
Yeah.
start teaching people this.
Yeah, I mean, this is valuable knowledge.
Molded in there.
We're going to put archaeologists and geologists out of business. Look at the mortar lines running through there. Look, look, look.
Yeah.
There's work everywhere.
Yeah, that's a brick.
Look, there's a surviving brick. Look at that. Wow.
Unbelievable. You can see it right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Brick and mortar.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
So not natural wall. Constructed. Super weird.
It's amazing to me that, it even says in the Quran, like, we go past this stuff all the time. We pass it on the roads all the time, and we have no idea. They've done a great job at hiding this stuff from us, just like the flat earth. It's been in our faces this whole time. I flew in a plane, I can't tell you how many times before I woke up the flat earth, and I never saw that it was flat. I never saw it was curved neither, but I never noticed it was flat. And all this stuff is all around us.
This is a vitrified surface. It's paper thin. Look at that. It looks like steel. Look at that color. Like this got hit so incredibly hard. Current coming out of it. Look at that. There's mortar. It's turned into dust. That's mortar. -90°.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, he's great. I want one of those hammer chisel things too.
Yeah,
Although, you know, because I live in a national park, that sort of thing is illegal. You can't smash open rocks and that sort of thing here.
You live in a national park?
Yeah, it's a national park. Yeah, so not many people
wow.
live in. They don't normally let people live in them. So I think this might be one of the rarest national parks that people live in.
Well, you could do it where nobody's looking.
Yeah, no one's looking at it.
You know, I'd be like, oh my gosh. Okay, so you sent me a video. Now, I don't know if you want to go here first or not, right? This LED powered by a red brick for 6 days and counting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send it over to Shapu. Shapu, if you don't mind, I'm going to let you do the screen sharing on this video. You sure you're okay with that?
No problem, Jen.
Thank you.
My pleasure to help you.
I love you, Shapu. All right, so Deborah, you want to give us the lowdown on this video? Set it up.
Yeah. The same guy that did the brick, the video that Jen showed on the previous stream, and this is the one where he's showing that the brick can power a torch, and he does it for. It's got a few videos. I think his last video was that the torch was still shining like 2 weeks later from one brick and still going. And so when I saw that, I remember you showing Jen about the self-illuminated buildings of the old world and the old fairs, and that they were illuminating. And so when I saw the brick powering this torch, I thought maybe that's how they did it, you know, just from the brick with the energy, and it was hooked up to the lights. So yeah, I just thought it's more proof of what you were saying. Yeah.
There's free energy all around us. And this even lends to the idea that we have that the buildings themselves are the tech. The building themselves are the components on the grid system. And the energy is straight from the earth. All right, so we're going to get into this. Bricks are supercapacitors, guys. They store energy. And that energy can be utilized. All right, good.
Well, here's the...
Oh, is there an echo?
Yeah, little one, yeah.
brick, dry cell. Been running for about 6 days. Still running strong. When I put new batteries in these headlights, they run for about 40 hours straight. The brick's been running for well over 40 hours. Running strong. One guy asked me, does the mirror have anything to do with it? No, it does not. Another guy said, you're hiding batteries inside the brick. No, I am not. It works. It works. Made this one last night. It burned all night. Have an LED. It burns the LED. It burns the headlight bright. No batteries in that one. But it works. Works pretty good for what it is. Bowman's Pure Cell Red Brick Battery.
Red brick battery, baby.
Yeah, brick
I
batteries,
love
and
it.
Yeah.
You see why these people don't want us to know this stuff? This is paradigm shifting right here.
Yeah, and it's not like he's just come out doing it now with all this brick talk. That's like Shapu said, it was 11 years ago that he made these videos. So, you know, it's not, yeah, it's just great that it's all coming together now. And
absolutely, it makes total sense. All of it does. So, where do you want to start with your pictures, or do you want to go into more videos from your channel? It's up to you which way you want to go.
What did I have? I have pictures, photo album ready of just embedded bricks, so you can see people can see that, you know, in the middle of this rock, right in there is these embedded melted bricks. So it's just proof.
Absolutely, that sounds great. All right, whenever you're ready to screen share, we'll do it.
All right, I just need to minimize.
We got 43 people here. Welcome everybody. Annette's in the house. Nick's here. Jennifer, what's up? April, Denise, Sandman, Benny Boy. I don't know that name, but welcome. BWT. Fruit Kiss is in the house. All right, here we go. All right, it's all you, girl. Oh.
Yeah.
It's just loading a bit now.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. That is really interesting picture there.
Yeah. They're all out of order for some reason, but it doesn't really matter because same. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yes, embedded brick there, and it's really interesting that you see this. I'm not sure. It seems to be like the iron content. Like this is cooked down into what they call sandstone, and it turns into sand. And I'm not sure if it's the iron content of the brick that's pushed out to make the skin or the shell on the outer rim, but it has that metallic kind of crust to it, and the survivor
right, that vitrification.
Yeah,
it's like a glaze.
Yes, it's incredible. More embedded bricks here. They've turned into rock form, but you can still make out the red in there.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like Pompeii.
Sure does, doesn't it? So the individual bricks and these ones are expanding out. Now this is underground, multi-level. This goes way down here, but you can see a brick in here. All of this is burnt fried brick. This is scorching up in here. And if we zoom in, you can make out the brick lines in here. See this arch shape going along. This is construction. This is, you know, deep underground.
So there's a guy standing over there in the other doorway, and there's this big, huge space between them?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you're inside a melted building for sure.
And the arches, you know, it's obvious construction. Melted, fried, cooked. Embedded red brick survivors.
Little bricklets.
Yeah, just so people don't realize that crystals come from bricks as well. You can see the clay left over from the brick. And I've seen a lot of when bricks are cooking, they start to do this swirling, like there's a lot of movement, and the inside starts churning up, and you get this sort of swirling pattern. And in here, it's, you know, from the heat and pressure, it's crystallized.
And you know, the opal industry is big there in Australia.
Yeah, a lot of
my husband watches the Opal Hunters show, and I try to tell him about how, you know, bricks turn to crystals and stuff, and they pull out these just amazing opals that just mind blow.
They are beautiful, beautiful crystal. And here, what have we got? Well, just an example of, you know, bricks can transition into sandstone blocks. You can see the evidence of it here in this ruin. A little bit of everything, all the different altered states of brick. this obvious melt. You've got window apertures, the brick and mortar lines, and the melt pattern running down. And you can see where it's sort of moving. You can see where it was soft and squishing down on itself and melting. Oh, too fast past that. Yeah, look at this column, surviving column. It's still got some concrete moulding on the base. But all the different, these are still keeping their brick shape, the square brick shape and pancake down. And there's some balloon rocking. And if we zoom in a bit, you can see the pebbling effect where it starts turning into what they call quartz, and that's the crystallization.
That's an amazing picture. I love that picture.
I've shown that all these white pebbles are from the mortar.
Of the mortar, yes, in between.
Yes.
And you've got the right angle here of this, and here we see the bricks transitioning into the sandstone. Down in here, there's brick, then sandstone, then brick. No one builds like that, and there's sort of bricklets all embedded in this building, damaged building.
Could you imagine building a building like that? Okay, hold on. Hand me that little bricklet over there. We need to put that right up here in this little spot, or the whole wall's going to crumble.
Yeah, could do with a bit of red up here, I reckon. A bit of colour, a bit of red up there. But of course, the surviving arches, we always see the red brick and the arch survives, and the steps, they're most likely to survive, not all the time.
Oh, wow.
This cooked out red brick, and just showing these concentric circles that come out, and we see that all the time, that forms that skin and that shell around the edge. But that's an expanded cooked red brick. Another one here has got that crystallization. I think they call these thunder eggs. I've always been fascinated by the thunder eggs. But it's amazing to see the red inside. I was thrilled to.
Can we zoom
see
in on
that.
this one?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Look at that. That's so crazy. Look, it's a little geode. When you crack it open, and there's a freaking red brick in there. I love it.
So a sandstone wall, but it's still got its concrete molding on the outside. And this is like little crystal, I don't know, like piping or something. It's crystallized, embedded in there, crystals coming out.
Oh, look at this.
This is Venezuela. Amazing place. You want to check that place out. It's all like blackened, and it looks like a whole nother planet. It's quite dangerous to walk through there. It's called the labyrinth, or the maze, and people have been there say, oh, it's like visiting a different planet. It's very, very different.
Oh, we'll definitely have to check that place out. Can you zoom in on the bottom part of this?
Sorry, my zoom finger's not working.
Get in a little, yeah, so I could see. Better get my magnifier out. Wow, that place. It's okay. Look at that. You can still see some of the red brick, but this like blackness is draping over everything.
Yes, and the columns and arch shapes and so these are all out of order. I had them all in order, and now that I've come on, it's all coming up in different order. So I'm a bit thrown, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Scorched bricks underground, like some sort of culvert system. You can see that these ones are squishing in and these ones are expanding. But over here, you see this sort of tortoiseshell meltification here. It's gone all blotchy, and I see that a fair bit where it sort of starts churning and mixing. The compounds are mixing with each other.
Yeah, it wanted to drip. That's what.
Yes. And so I found it interesting because it's got those, geode type things, but they're bricks that are boiled up and are popping out.
I've never seen that like that on the rock face like this, just popping out like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's wild because it's so smooth and got all the brick and mortar lines, and these are popping out from the heat and pressure.
there could have been something there in that location within the building that had some kind of other tech there maybe or something, and the heat affected it differently.
Yeah, Jen. I mean, it could have even been an arch, and these bits. It's got that sort of arch shape, and these, you know, how the bricks survive best in the arch. It could be the surviving bricks that have popped out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this was just a bit of information about the Venezuela. That's the mountain, Mount Roraima. Bizarre rock formations. Almost the entire top of Mount Roraima is covered by black rocks of sandstone. In the western part, the rocks have eroded into bizarre, otherworldly formations with towers, spires, hoodoos, arches, windows, and all of the above combined.
Oh, so they're actually saying that. That's awesome.
Yeah. They're actually saying what they are. The most dense portion of these is absolutely inaccessible and is known as the maze, as the crevices here reach hundreds of feet deep and no trails exist. Hiking across this terrain is a true adventure, once again resembling another planet.
Oh, I would love to see drone footage of this place. That would be good.
Yeah, that looks wild there.
Mount Roraima.
This looks like embedded piping in this.
Oh, it does.
And a surviving red brick here turned to sandstone, but it was once a brick with the outer skin and shell.
Let me ask you this, Deb. Have you heard of Black Rock Mountain in Australia? Black Rock?
Oh, I mean, maybe. It sounds familiar, but I can't picture it or know anything about it. So
it's this location in Australia. I forget where exactly it's located, but it's this huge pile of black rock. And it's like boulders are all like melted and stuff, and people get lost in there. There's like all these tales of people that went in and got lost, and people that went to look for them and they got lost, and it's like haunted and all this stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I have heard that there's a whole lot of things about people going missing in national parks. That it's a big thing, and then many people go missing in national parks. But maybe they do just fall down a crevice. Who knows? Right. Or maybe they find a kingdom and never return home because.
Maybe. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, embedded brick survivor with its concrete and mortar. This one's almost turned into like pumice stone. It's so cooked out. But yeah, it's been pushed out of the melt there.
A lot of people have trouble grasping that these regular rocks out in their backyard were once brick and stuff. But we've shown over and over again that brick turns to just regular old rock that we see laying around everywhere.
Yeah, it does take a while to fully grasp. I mean, I know with me, and I even though I knew it the day before, I would wake up in the morning and the first thought on my mind would be, oh my God, mountains are melted buildings. And then I would doubt myself and be like, no, it couldn't be true. You know, and it was true yesterday, but I had to reassure myself every day and prove it to myself every day. And for quite a while until it really, really sunk in. And it's like, yeah, this is really the case.
The problem I had was I knew that it was red brick turned to, like, say, what we call today sandstone and granite and all this stuff. I just didn't know how to articulate it, verbalize it, and prove it to people. That's where I had, struggle. But the more you look at the evidence, you can see the transitions and everything. It's just undeniable. And the thing is that there's different levels of heat damage in different locations. We've seen, like, in Pompeii, there's like on one wall, you can have 3 different levels of heat damage. And then the wall next to it's perfectly fine. And that's really where you, like, if you want to see regular old brick turn into rock, cooked out rock and stuff, just go to Pompeii and look at the walls in Pompeii.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks just like this, actually.
Yeah, and this is something in where I live. It's a place in Lawson, just out in the bush. Seems to have some water inside, but this is obvious brick and mortar here, all cooked out. This rock here, but to see that just out in a national park where there's supposed to be no construction and building and all of that sort of thing, it's crazy. And no narrative or explanation for it. It's just one of those odd things. Okay,
look at this swirl, yeah.
So So brick transitioning into the sandstone, it's maintained its red color, and it gets this swirl on, like from the frequency, it's the heat.
That's a good one.
Underground, showing this building being swallowed by the melt from around it. All the concrete coming off the sides here, revealing the brick. This all turning mushy. The surface, I mean, look at it. It's all bubbling, boiling up.
Yeah, it almost looks like those pickaxe marks that don't exist.
Yes. Balloon rocking there. This is one of my pics of something I found on my walks. Obvious brick shape. And Jen, I'll have to show you, I've got a bigger brick I found from an old world building here. I bought it home, and it's quite a big brick. And this is exactly the same size. It's one of those big bricks. They're heavy, and they're, sort of different size to your regular brick. And because when I first saw that, I thought that's a bit big for a brick. But they were a bit big. They were using big bricks up here. I've seen on old world buildings. They were slightly larger than the normal size. Embedded red brick survivors in the mortar that has turned to quartz crystal.
Yep, they call it quartz crystal now. And we have these veins of quartz crystal all over Mount Cheeha. They're always running parallel to each other, just like mortar lines. And we call it quartz crystal now. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, that one. I'd take that one home if I found that one. That one's nice.
Heck yeah. Oh, the heat striations.
That's it. And it seems like these are the brick lines underneath the rock curtaining over the surface, but these are the bricks inside. They're not peak marks. You can actually see the compressed bricks inside.
Yeah, when you look at Cappadocia, Darren Kuyu, those type of places underground where they say they carved all this stuff, the walls always look like that last picture there on the far right.
Looks melted. More of this one. Have we seen this one? I have, I think. More embedded brick here. You can see the individual bricks.
That's a good one right there too.
Yeah, embedded in there. That's amazing.
Oh, I love this one, Deb. This is a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is great because you can see the remnants of the brick arches that have survived.
That's right. And this looks just like every mine that I've shown so far recently over the past couple of months and stuff. But here you can actually make out the brick arches still. Now they'll say, oh, these were just, limestone mines or whatever. They have their backstory for it. But clearly this is the interior of a building. And to see this kind of proof is amazing. I love this stuff.
Yeah, it looks like interior of every cathedral that you see, the same kind.
Exactly. That's designed, architecturally designed. It's not carved out at all.
Even the one that we showed the last show, the one from Gaudi.
Yes.
The same thing.
Now, remember that column we saw with the bricks and the balloon rocks and the bit of moulding down the bottom? This is sort of the same thing, but more cooked out. It's the rocks are blended in with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks like Petra kind of stuff. Ooh, drippy brick. I love it.
Yeah. And just the way they space, like brick width apart.
This kind of looks like what Patty was showing. Shapu, remember what Patty was showing on the show?
Yeah, but in reverse.
Was that spiky rocks? Was it
It was flipped around the other way, and those spiky bricks that are hanging down there would actually be on the top of a brick wall that was melted.
Yeah, you're right, Jen.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
There are a few little bats up here, but look at these cooked out red bricks, and they're stuck on the ceiling, which we see a lot. Is this if this is supposed to be sedimentary layering, why the rocks on the ceiling?
Oh, look at this.
This one might be one of James's pics. I'm not sure. Alessandro's. Sometimes I screenshot other people's pictures and they end up in my.
Well, look up top. You can clearly see the brick pattern at the very top. See how down the bottom it's all ballooned out and muffed up, but as you get up and then above that arch, it looks like it tightens up again. The brick pattern.
Yeah.
And that's looks like a nice brick arch there. So. Oh, here we go. Another mine. I always say these are mines.
Obvious red brick surviving in here, but the rest is all cooked out.
Oh, that's a great one. Look at that.
Yeah, these rocks and stones was once structure. They all contain traces of the structure that they were part of. You know, just your everyday red brick on in the wall, out in the bush.
Yeah, somebody felt the need to go slap a few bricks in there, you know.
You know what this place needs? A bit of red, I think.
We only need about 10 bricks. The rest we're just going to carve and put janky rock around. Stir up that mortar. Let's get going.
It's obviously part of an arch that survived. It's amazing. This one. Oh, my fingers aren't working. Very bricky, turning into brick blocks. See a bit of melted red brick surviving in here, but that's
oh yeah,
brick
right angles. Yeah. And even off in the distance there, that other mountain down there.
Yeah.
The mountain.
That's a melted out building.
Oh yeah, I like this picture.
Oh, what happened there? How do I do? Sorry.
It's okay.
my Dean finger. Yeah, obvious melt there. It's because I had someone say to me, "I've never seen a melted anything." It's like, really?
Oh yeah, you have. You just don't know it. It looks like half the building just melted away here, you know, and it's kind of rock curtain over itself. But this is what they call red sandstone, guys. And it's all over Petra. It's everywhere. It's just melted red brick.
Yeah. And you can see the lines, the brick lines.
Oh, those sedimentary layers. That's what they are. Oh, look at this one. This is epic right here. I love it. That's some boom baby stuff right there.
I think again with the multi-level stuff that we've seen. Obviously a building, red bricks all over the ground. All this is red brick wall that's survived. Massive red brick arches underground. We'll just have a look at the back up here. See how this, like a sandstone, you know, it's turned into blocking part of the wall, and that's turned to sandstone, and this the arches have remained there. They're brick colour, but the brick lines throughout, they're matching with the brick line of the arch.
Yes.
Yep.
They all line up. You know, they're not going to say we need to build some arches here, but make sure the brick pattern lines up with the sedimentary layers. It's got to be pretty.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Look, when the people who couldn't see it before and made fun of us finally see it, they're going to be like this. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, look at all the bricks on the ground, all this ash everywhere. Incredible.
Oh, I love it.
Embedded red brick, surviving red bricks over here, compressed red bricks in here.
Oh, look at this one. This is great. Look at this. This reminds me of that cathedral we were showing, Shapu. Remember the one we just showed?
Yes.
Yeah, I forget the name of it right now, but remember how the interior was, the ceiling?
Yeah.
With those crazy arches. Yeah.
Fractal energy design that they use. You know, it's architect design that's obviously sunken down into the melt and collapsing, and all of this has come you know, the brick floods melted in here, and the ash and everything. And they're churned up, dome
Absolutely.
ceiling. Underground is an example of the compressed bricks.
Oh wow,
That
that's
was
good, Deb.
once normal brick shape, but it's all been flattened.
Oh, look at
they
that.
were in water. Yeah, obvious brick wall there. And then it's all flecked in here with the little brick survivors.
So this is that coating that's over everything, like that guy was chiseling off, the I am Karos.
Yes, yeah.
And then look further down. I mean, you can see this is all remnants of a building here.
Exactly.
I
And
think
you do get that feeling when you're in these places, like something happened here. You know, there's something, you can see it and feel it, but because we're not taught to question, or it's been already explained to us that it's just a sedimentary layer from 120 million years ago and not to worry about it, you know, it just puts it too far away from us to even start to be able to try to understand it. So, but you can definitely sense it in these places.
oh yeah, for sure. Well, this is a good one.
Columns and arches all the way along. See how they're so evenly spaced?
Oh yeah.
Obviously a building.
Yeah, you can see some of that arching there, where you just kind of, it looks like it's a draping arch kind of in Vesuvius around the rim. On the interior, I see some of that going on. That's what that kind of just reminded me of.
Yeah, and it's like this, the middle of the building is cooked out and all coming out here. And pouring out from the inside out, and it seems to have collapsed in or drooping down.
I wonder what happens when geologists are sitting there poking around, checking stuff out, and all of a sudden they pull out a fucking brick. Look at each other and they're like, motherfucker.
There's probably bricks all up in this line going across that's surviving. There seems to be, probably find a few bricks in there. Yes,
that's a good one.
Usual brick blending in with things, with little bricks sticking out here, and you know, it's just flecked with red brick survivors.
Yeah,
that's really good stuff. Oh, a melted castle. I love these.
Yeah, and the square-shaped cave. I've done a video myself of the square cave that I found up here. And you can see it's definitely built construction. It's got this, yeah, let's check it out. But yeah, melting down from the bottom, this bit surviving, but all this was once red brick, and it's all been cooked out.
Yep, the heat's definitely coming up from the bottom on this one. Didn't make it all the way to the top, but it did affect it. But the bottom is where it was cooking the longest, and that's why it looks like that.
So you can still see the windows, where the windows were, all over that building.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, so these were once bricks, but they've expanded, swollen out, and merged in with each other.
Yeah, look at how they are. They look like the ancient ruins at Teotihuacan or something, where they have those polygonal walls and everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but they definitely look like they're swelling out and merging in with each other. And this part just got annihilated, totally fried.
Oh yeah.
And on this side too.
All muffed up.
More embedded brick, but this one's, you know, got the swirl thing happening and cooking out.
That looks a lot like an experiment I just saw recently on one of the bricks. But isn't it interesting, too, how you can still make out the mortar lines through this stuff? It kind of looks like dirt.
Yeah, but it's got the clear lines this way and this way.
Yeah.
You could almost see where the individual bricks lay.
Absolutely.
Underground brick survivors churned up in the mush.
So this is like a dome type structure underground or something?
Yes. Some underground dome structure. I'm not sure if it's a mine or a cave or what they call it, but whatever it is, it's a melted building.
Show.
Show. The bricks brick shape still left in there, giving it away. I love this one because
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
this is good,
got
Deb.
a bit of everything.
You could probably chisel away at this thing like that guy was doing, because you could see that it's very thin, whatever's over it, covering it.
Yeah, I really want to do that because it'd be one way to get your frustrations out, and and to sort of find the brick. You just want to hack into it and go, there's the brick.
Yeah, because see, if we didn't see the brick up top exposed, and we were just talking about this picture here without seeing the red brick above it there, we would be telling people there's red brick under here. This is red brick, and they'd be looking at it like, oh, what are you talking about? It's just some natural formation. But you start chiseling away at this stuff, even in the star forts. Like Shapu, remember when we were talking about that Russian star fort where they had the napalm accident?
Yeah.
Where bricks melted in there, and you were saying that just under these crusty melted layers is more layers of brick that's good and in good condition, and we could actually see that in one of the spots. It kind of looked like this.
Yeah, so this is the red bricks turned into that's what they call the red sandstone, but you can tell it was obviously once a brick, and it's all joined up. There's still brick survivors over here. Here.
Oh, I like this. Now, see, if this was melted down more, they would say it was just some mining operation that took place. This is good stuff.
On Facebook, if you guys look up Subground, they've got some all these fantastic underground photos of melted buildings. Great images in his group, Facebook Subground. I'm not sure if he's into meltology or anything like that, but yeah, epic pictures of these grand buildings that are supposed to be mines. This was curious to me because I see this a lot. These are it's like I think it's in the ceiling again, where the bricks boil and boil and boil and shrivel up into these little pebble type things, but you can make out it was once red clay.
You see that on the floors too. Like if you look at Cappadocia or Derinkuyu, the underground cities and stuff, and they say they chiseled it all out, but the floor looks like this. Like has these bubble pop marks in it and stuff. Like, okay, so you're saying the walls are chiseled because you got these heat striations here. Well, who carved the floor?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a floor or a ceiling. Sometimes pictures you don't have the right perspective, so it's either or. But yeah, see that quite a bit. I mean, this you can see it, the melt. I mean, the red brick just melting down here.
Heck yeah.
Melting down. Turn into sandstone and that sort of black flint.
This type of stuff here, these type of buildings and stuff is proof that this X Factor event did not happen that long ago. Within the last 300 years, I'm pretty certain of that for me.
Exactly. And look at how beautiful it once was, that it wasn't just, it's not just like, the past civilization's been destroyed and ruined. It was beautiful. It was a very advanced civilization, a very advanced way of living, and to have all that taken, just annihilated, and have them just release to us what they want, when they want, how they want, at our expense. The stuff that they've stolen, we should all be outraged, totally outraged. And I'm hoping that people can all see this, and this might be the thing that brings everyone together, because we're all disagreeing on all sorts of things, whether it be religion or whatever it may be. But, if we can come together on common ground, so to speak, we might actually, work as one and claim back what was stolen, which is the truth and our freedom.
Absolutely. And also to add to that is that, this is really important information that they have hidden from us, and they've worked really hard, just like space. Okay, space doesn't exist. There's a dome up there, and look at how hard they work every day, all day long, 24/7 to fake space. And then you have geology and archaeology and history, and it's all working in tandem to keep us blinded to the fact that this stuff is right here, right in front of our faces, and it didn't happen very long ago.
Yeah. And that's the bit that's so hard to accept, I think, that there has been so much effort put into deceiving us. That's the thing that people are really going to struggle with. And
that just shows me that it is that important for us to know this stuff, because it's that important to them to hide it from us.
Exactly.
They'll
Yeah.
even shoot rockets up in the air to convince you they're going to space. They ain't nothing for them to fake geology.
This photo here, this is by Leanne Carnegie from The Brick Truth. Her channel's great too. She's got some fantastic footage of brick beaches and explorations that she's had. She does really good comprehensive work, and she has snapped this picture of a brick embedded in the stone.
Nice.
I love that pic. This one I haven't seen anything like this before. It's crazy. It's sort of the opposite of what we normally see. These markings with the mortar and the brick that's red with the white mortar, but this is the opposite.
Wow.
And, yeah, I don't know if the
Crazy
colours
looking.
bleached out or what's what there, but yeah. It still looks melted, and it looks like construction. Structured.
Yeah, for sure. I never saw a picture like that one.
Yeah, more proof of embedded red brick in the melt. Oh yeah, this was just one of mine. I think I've shown this one to you, Jen, but it's just the wired up, the wiring that I found in between the iron strips, the metal strips that are in between the bricks, and
which they have no reason to be there. It's not like somebody came in and put that in and just be like, oh, let's just put this here.
Yeah.
It's there from the melt itself.
Yeah, and I haven't pulled on it to see if it would come loose, but it's in there. It's there's no way of pulling that out. It's melded in there, and it's right where a light switch would be. It's right inside the doorway, and then right there on that bit is right on the wall where you would like switch on a light or something. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but yeah. And then I found more of these the same metal strips around the hotel, which is just further behind this cave. And I found a lot of that metal stripping around the melt on the hotel as well, like it had fallen out.
Wow.
So I was thinking, if brick batteries, when you got a battery, you put it in the thing, it's got to touch that bit of metal.
Right.
I don't know the word, sorry, but it touches that bit. So it's almost like that, like the bricks with the batteries, and it's got to be connected to that little metal strip too.
No, I hear you. That makes sense. Oh, this is a good one. It's like a brick geode.
Yeah, and you could make out the individual bricks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got the brick lines through and the hooking out, and it starts to do.
Oh, I just love that. I would like to have that here at my house. I got to get one of those.
Yeah, very pretty brick melts. What else? Oh yeah, again with the boiled bricks stuck on the roof. That was all brick, and this was a lot more cooked out. Brick ash on the ground, melting down here, just all cooked out. Leaving apertures all the way along. All the way along here are these window ways or whatever they are, and the boiled red bricks remaining on the ceiling. Bit of cooked out red brick here surviving. I mean, just showing the different transitions of brick and how it can be a mountain. It's gone from red brick to rock and mush. It's just that one. Oh, yeah, this one's kind of like one of my favourites. Make out the brick and mortar up in here.
Oh, look at this one. Can we zoom in on this? Hold on. Oh, yeah. See, this looks like it's got that coating over it, too, like what he was breaking off. This is so cool. And look at the bricks up top.
Yep.
Wow. That's good stuff. We're going to have people going out all over the place chiseling at stuff now.
And evidence of old brick underground. That's a place called the Oracle of the Dead in Italy.
Oh, yeah. I've shown this place. It's near Vesuvius, isn't it?
Yes. Jen, there's been a lot of mythology around this place and how it's they found all these openings, and it's supposed to be in the mythology, it's the openings of the underworld, and it's how you get the underworld's supposed to exist in there, and it's got the river and all of this stuff, and they used to do like animal sacrifice stuff and take potions and drugs, and so people could trying to predict the future. They're all into that sort of trying to predict
it's
what's
quite a
gonna
long
happen.
tunnel there, and then there's a few rooms. They show a map of it, and really you're just on the interior of a melted building. Now, whether there's some type of gases in there that are accumulating, pockets of gases in there that make these, because they say the oracles would go in there and there was some type of a gaseous substance of some sort, and it would make them disoriented and they'd have visions and stuff. That's why they would go down in there or whatever. But we don't know the full extent of the damage inside these buildings and what may still remain, what may still, it could, amalgamate and blend with other things in there and cause these gases and different things like that. I don't know, but definitely the interior of a building for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing to see here. Just a melted building.
Yeah, that one's an obvious melt, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't deny
And
that.
I think with it, because it's melting from the more, from the top down, it has that melted look, whereas a lot of the ones that, where the heat's come up from the bottom,
Yeah.
they don't have that meltification where it's pouring down over the top like, ice cream topping. But you can see the bricks, you can see the structure, you can see the melt.
This is right in between natural and not natural. It's like, how could they even say, what would they say? They carved this? Who's carving melted buildings?
Yeah, what architect designed this? It's
But the heat does seem to, in a lot of different places, looks like it came from the top down. And like I was saying before, the X Factor event, although it seems like a lot of the heat was coming from the bottom in a lot of locations, in some locations it either arced around and started coming down from the top, or there is many levels and factors to this X Factor event where heat is coming up from the bottom and something is happening above as well, whether that's Polaris coming down and the sun and the moon may be coming down a little closer to the earth as well and bringing heat that way, in tandem with the heat coming up from the bottom as well. That could be a possibility.
Yeah, we don't know how big it was before. Maybe it was like 3 times the size and we only see like the bottom part.
That's true too, Chabot. The bottom part could have melted out. This could be the in-between survival.
Right. Oh yeah, and that's one of those geodes, but it's a red brick chick.
Oh my God, girl, that is freaking awesome!
Isn't it? I want that one.
Yeah, you gotta put that on a shirt right there.
Yeah,
I love it.
I felt like I was getting a hug from the universe when I saw that pic. I thought,
Right?
oh, it's a red brick chick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we see individual bricks melting down. I mean, I had someone try to tell me that this was mold, but I can see the clay coming down here. It's okay. Yeah, I see melted bricks there, brick and mortar there. One of those geodes, you can see this concentric, that gets that swirl that we see in the sandstone, and the same thing, but this is just more crystallized from the heat and pressure.
Heat and pressure, yes. Oh, look at that. There you can actually see it.
Yeah, you can almost see the movement of the red brick, the churning,
Yep.
and starting to turn into sandstone there. This bit popping out, all the different color variations there. Yeah, obviously melted.
Oh, I love this one.
Or embedded brick, transitioning. It's a bit in between a brick and a stone. Stoned brick.
That's a good one. I like that one.
But they'll tell you that that's coral or something. It's always some old fossil.
That's a good one right there too.
Yeah, just outdoors, red bricks churned up in a rock.
Mortar on there. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, sorry. What happened? I don't know where I am now. Sorry. Yeah, you can almost make out the brick lines up in here. It's all melting down, swirling together in this hot mess.
It is a hot mess right there. I love it.
And 2 bricks, or maybe it's 1 brick, but you can see that it's cooked from the inside out.
Absolutely. Oh, look at this.
Venezuela again, my goodness, yeah. It's
Yep.
totally wild.
Shapu just sent me the drone footage for this place. We're gonna have to check it out.
Right, yeah, it's wild because the black and sandstone too, it's incredible. It'll be an amazing place to explore, but dangerous too because there's, like they say, there's no real trails or anything. There's I've seen some footage of people staying there, and there's like pool areas that they sit in these pools, and in the pools it's all red. You can see the red left over from how it was once brick. Yeah, more embedded red bricks in there, and just sort of pancaked wafer into like wafers, really.
Look at that. Yeah, you could see where the bricks were in their spots that they've melted out and they're just disintegrating. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. These mortar lines always run parallel to each other. You can still make out the pattern. That's a really good one. And you see a lot of this type of stuff in Vesuvius.
That's right, Jen. It's amazing. And so this over this side, it's more crystallized. You know, you got the quartz happening. And just a brick wall with a, obvious melt. People can see the transition. They can see that bricks move around. You know, they move that from their position. And they're different colors there.
One too, yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Surviving red brick arch. Heat's travelled up. This bit's kept its colour. Amazing. And then there's your brick and mortar proof in the stone right there.
And what are they calling this stone on this chart? I can't see it. It's a little small.
They're just numbers, Jen. They don't have a name for it, but
okay.
they're just sort of some sort of numbering that they've got happening there.
I gotcha. Ooh.
Fossilized brick.
Yeah, this looks like the bricks that you see with the holes in them.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's this engineer's brick, and they have all those whole ones in them. They're the sort of really important bricks. They're from modern day is the engineer brick. They're for the foundations of things and all of that. So quite a solid, heavy duty brick, I'd imagine.
Oh wow, look at that. So now they call this red sandstone.
Yeah, obvious melt there with the apertures. You've got your columns and your arches and the brick lines, and they're leaning into the melt.
Mm-hmm.
The heat differentials with the colors.
It looks like ice cream.
Sure.
Just melted ice cream.
And here, you can make out the individual bricks, and this one's starting to churn. You can see the twist and the twirl, which we see, can end up in like those geodes or the concentric crystals. Bricks embedded.
I gotta get
a lot of these are from geologists' photos, so they have seen the bricks. They know that they're bricks there.
Oh yeah, the geologists have to know this stuff. They have to. Yeah. There's no way they can't know it.
I think that might be it, guys. That's it for the pictures.
Do you want to check out this drone footage of this area since you brought it up? And Shapu, do you want to share that video? We'll check it out.
Yes.
Do I stop screen?
Yeah.
Press stop screen? Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Just click that. Let me see. All right, I'm going to go over here to Shapu and add his thing in here. Here we go. I think this will work.
Just an 8-minute video, so if you want to, I'll just mute.
Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. Venezuela. Drone footage. This should be good. Oh, I'm already seeing brick.
I think there's no sound, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, good. There's a brick pattern on the ground. Oh, wow, look at this.
Oh.
Wow, this place got cooked out.
Sure did.
It's crazy. Oh, wow.
Ooh. That's a lot of bricks.
It sure is.
Wow, there's so many places. No, I've never seen. I've seen a similar place like in Algeria, but this one's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely have not looked at this place yet.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, it's just, for as far as the eye can see, just meltification.
You can see right on top, you can still see some kind of structure, but the rest is melted.
So that looks like a cliff there. Maybe it's a cliff.
Yeah, it's really high up. We can't see what it looks like from the side, but I have another one. It's you'll see which mountain it is. You probably have seen it already before. It's like a big plateau from afar, but look what on top of it. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people died during this X Factor event.
Yeah.
Do we have a video that shows like those interesting formations that Deborah was showing?
If you look up Shapu bizarre rock formations Venezuela, you might have it there. I mean, you might get it there.
Well, just because you asked for a drone, I have two more that I'm just looking up right now.
Look at that blocking.
But yes, because it's so high, but all of this, it's the formations. You'll see it right here. Because this one, look.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We'll get there in a minute.
Totally annihilated. And to say that this is a natural formation, my goodness. Wow.
So you can enter all of these places.
Yeah, there's openings all along there. You know, that flat area. Look at that brick right there. Oh my gosh.
Just drone higher. I'll skip it to right.
Wow, look at that.
Incredible.
Oh, there's probably all kinds of rooms and tunnels in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going in. Look.
Looks like he lives there.
I want to go.
Look at that flat slab.
Right?
Yeah.
All this was much higher. It's all pancaked down on itself now. It's probably like 3-4 times higher than what I'm seeing. Oh, look, stop it right there. Looks like columns right there. See it? It almost looks like the Crowley columns around Crowley Lake.
Sure does.
Wow. You know what it also reminds me of, Shapu, is Mauna Loa.
Yeah, the color, right? Yeah.
And just the fact there's no trees there, it's not, tree roots can't penetrate that ground. It's just all building.
Yeah, geologists have to know what's going on. I mean, the top geologists, maybe not your run-of-the-mill everyday geologist, but or maybe them too. I don't know, but definitely the people who gatekeep geology, they have to know what's going on for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, because they would have seen these places. That's why a lot of these places have gates on them and they're locked away, or they're, given a false narrative. It's just to avoid.
It's this place.
I got you. So it kind of looks like a mesa.
Yeah, this is the mesa. Yeah. We were on top of this.
Wow.
And apparently it's got a labyrinth. It's like they call it the labyrinth. So it obviously goes off in all sorts of different directions. They easily get lost there.
Yeah, right on top of this. And I think Angel Falls is right near, or maybe this is it.
It looks a lot like the Blue Mountains, my area where I am. It's just that ours isn't so blackened. It's still retained its red faces and stuff.
We did do a helicopter flyover of Angel Falls. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. Wow. That is unbelievable.
There's the red brick melt.
These were buildings. People lived and worked in these buildings, guys. There was an X Factor event and it cooked everyone and everything. So what do you think, Deb? You think we might be in line for another X Factor event? Do you think it's cyclical in nature? Do you think it was a one-time thing? What do you think?
It's hard to say. I think it's a one-time thing. I'm hoping it's a one-time thing. I'm
Right?
just being positive. I do see, what they're doing now, this sort of disposable way of living, and nothing's permanent. They're not putting up permanent structures. It's also they don't have to hide things, and they can change the narrative to suit them. I don't think it's going to happen again. I think it's already happened. It might happen in another way. It might happen through vaccination programs. It might happen through mind control. Who knows? But they're definitely. We've all been X-factored on some level. So I can't see the realm being fried again, because it's already fried. There's nothing left to sort of X-factor. I don't think. That's not to say they're not trying to sort of mess with the population. I'm sure there's all of that going on. They just got more different ways.
Do you think there was multiple X Factor events in the past, or do you just think it was just one in the past, not too long ago, but before that, everything?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't know. It could have. I imagine it was just the once, but because we don't know the depth to this and the history, but I'm assuming it was a one-time event. I'm not sure about the timelines on everything, but these millions and millions of years, I'm finding hard to go
it's
with
like
that.
as ridiculous as millions of light years.
Yeah, I mean, I feel kind of new. I mean, even though there's history, yeah, it doesn't seem like the past was 125 million years ago. That's Yeah, not. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, up for, you know, discussion. You know, everything's on the table. I used to lean towards there was one event. Wow, look at that. Just look at it, guys. um, and then I started to think, well, this could be cyclical in nature. Either way, an extreme heat event did take place. It's the evidence for it is everywhere, and I think we can all agree on that. A lot of people are still struggling with the Titan thing or the giant trees, and you know, I do think there was larger people and larger vegetation. However, I feel like the things that we are showing on this show, including this site right now, and everything that Deborah has already showed, was 100% a melted building. I mean, just look at this, guys. That's amazing.
Yeah, because did you think this event occurred with the purpose of destroying the grid, or just the civilization, or, you know, because to do that on a cyclical nature, to destroy everything and then rebuild it and then destroy it again, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I'm sort of fixed. You know, I sort of think it was the one time, because
No, for me, it's it to start over again, because the population was going too off from what it's supposed to be, and it needed to be changed. That's the only way to do it, because if people remember the way they were living, they won't want to change. So you need to change everyone at once. So I don't know. That's just for me, you know.
yeah, it's a lot to think about.
Well, you know, I think if it's cyclical, and we do have a part to play in this cyclical nature of this, say how severe it will be or how mild it will be. It looks like the last X Factor event was pretty severe. Now, maybe if we're in the right headspace and have a light heart and an open heart, and living in abundance and joy, maybe when the X Factor happens, it's not as severe on certain go-arounds. But still, I mean, none of us really know. We weren't there. All we can look at is what the evidence that's in front of us. And clearly, this is vitrified rock. Things have been melted. There was an extreme heat event that caused things to completely fry and melt across the plane. It's undeniable. But I definitely feel like this wasn't so long ago, for sure. And not everywhere was affected the same.
Yeah, it all depends on how the society will be, you know. It's could be totally different, or if all the society is going just crazy.
Like Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah, exactly. You know, but that's where they want us to be. So I don't know where is my.
We got 50 people here watching. Welcome, everybody. I have not been looking at the chat. Just saying. All right, guys. So I think we're going to take a little break right now. We're at 1 hour and 30 minutes. You guys ready to take a quick break?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Let me put a song on, and we'll take a quick break, a little bathroom break. I got to fill my coffee up. All right, guys. I'm going to put on this Sedona one. Enjoy the meltification. We will be right back. I don't know what that was. Hopefully this.
just you and me together. This is peace, this is love, this is life.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you, Jen. Oh, Jen, I can't hear you.
I'm having a glitch on my side. There we go. Am I back?
Yeah,
Everything's lagging on my end.
I see. Always these issues.
My husband did just text me. He's going to be getting done in about 20 minutes or so. So do you have anything else you want to show us, Deb? Anything from your channel? Anything particular? Or we could hop over to Shapu. Maybe Shapu might have something.
Yeah, let's do Shapu. I mean, I do have some things, but I can save it for another time. And yeah, I'm just get so anxious doing this sort of things.
Oh, it's not
so sorry.
It's all good. Shapu, what do you got for us tonight? You want to show us anything?
Yeah, I can. You know,
All
I
right.
didn't prepare anything, but I got a folder. Like we can choose.
I bet you got a folder.
Yeah,
You got
I've got
thousands
many,
of folders.
thousands of folders. Yeah,
Oh.
I can choose one and can look at it together.
All right. Let me bring this up.
Oh, there's already open, so we'll start here.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Melanie.
So someone was saying in the chat that the new world was built on top of the old world, so this is a perfect example of it.
Oh, yeah. Look
As
at
they
that.
call this an amphitheater, but it probably was just the base of an old, really old structure. That's now destroyed, but you can see that it was all bricks.
Yeah, and the arches, again, held up really well.
Yeah, and you can still see like, oh, here's some bricks. So we all know. But this is in Albania.
Okay.
And it's called the Dures Amphitheater.
So they're saying this is some ancient amphitheater.
Yeah.
So the more muffed up it looks, the more ancient it is, according to historians and archaeologists.
And don't forget, it's a Roman amphitheater because they all attribute this to the Romans. They were everywhere.
Those pesky Romans and their volcanoes. Wow. Yeah, that's cooked out.
Yeah, you can.
And you know, the Colosseum, we were showing the Colosseum in Rome on one of our shows, remember, Shapu? And it looks just like this. I mean, the bricks all cooked out and melted.
Yeah, it's all one piece. You can't even take it apart because it's all a mountain now. No?
Wow. I wonder
It's
what's
supposed
under
to
all
just-
that under all that dirt right there down at the bottom. There's
Yeah.
probably more stuff.
Yeah, probably. Because I think that I got an older picture that they haven't uncovered this place yet. No, I don't know.
What, those steps?
Yeah, these steps?
Where are they going? Yeah, there's probably a lot going on underground here too.
Because why would you build like a mound here if it's an amphitheater? You know?
Yeah.
But all of this probably just the people just built on top of it.
And then with that modern city all around it, it's wild.
Yes, yes. Around they all built all around it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy that they didn't even touch it.
Wow.
Because
That's
in many,
amazing that they just build around it like that and on top of it.
yeah, probably it was like a council not to touch it because in many places they don't give a shit, so they just destroy it and just build condos everywhere, like where I live.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see it. It's all cooked like crazy. Like,
Look at that. Yeah.
I wonder if you can go inside those Shapu, like inside those openings. That's what's inside.
I don't know if you. I've seen some footage, but nobody has pictures that I've seen. But I've seen like boots on the ground footage that people go inside, and it's all bricked up like you. Looks like the mine you showed. You show every time your picture of mines. It's the same thing.
Oh, imagine if this was in our backyard. I'd be all over this thing.
There every day.
You know, when I was little, I wanted to be an archaeologist, and I also wanted to be a marine biologist.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to be an archaeologist until I found out that you have to go with the narrative, or if you find something new, nope, doesn't go.
Oh yeah, look, so you can see underground there.
Well, you can see here. Yeah.
Look at
Wow.
the arch.
Oh, I can see bricks.
Yeah.
And that's the mound. Yeah.
So it goes way under. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just they're all the same. And go here. You can go. Yeah. Look, this is the bottom part. You can go explore.
Wow.
But it's protected, so they have sealed off a lot of places, probably. Just go through them fast. It's all the same. And I don't have pictures of the inside, but you can look.
Oh, look at these melted steps.
Yeah, melted steps, but right at the bottom, in the middle of the amphitheater. So it's
Right.
not an amphitheater, you know. Yeah.
Huh.
In the right picture. So all this, it's buildings too, because this is the place that we were looking at.
That's the other half of it, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I think I have pictures of the inside. There's this place.
Wow.
Oh, let's zoom in on that. Look at the brick on the right hand side.
Yeah,
Yep.
they sealed off the bottom part, and this is all melted. And these old world, I don't even know, look, bricks behind.
Are they mosaics? Are they mosaic tiling? Looks
Yeah.
like tiles.
It
Yeah.
looks like tiles, but they're all cooked in the wall.
Wow.
And
Oh, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the interior of a star fort.
Yeah.
but they have filled the bottom part. You know. Again, melted bricks. Inside again. Looks like a cave. But
Yeah, or those mines that Deb was just showing
Mines.
earlier too. Yeah, look at the arches. Wow.
Yeah, that multi-arch, they're very close together too, like what we see underground. Wow.
again, those two walls.
It's amazing how the brick. Oh, go back to that last picture if you can, please. Go to the zoom in right there. Yeah, on that left hand side, you can see the
Yeah.
brick transitioning to regular rock there and stuff.
Yeah.
No, yeah, right there.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they didn't build their walls like that, guys. What is this? We got a bot in here or something on my chat. I don't know.
Again,
Ah,
Let me get rid of this thing.
here, one that's sealed off. You know, probably from the melt. And they tried to, you see that they were trying to take some layers off, but it's probably
Let's see.
going deep.
That proves our point that there's layers upon layers upon layers upon bricks. Zoom back into this wall on the right hand side in those layers. See in that little hole in the wall right there? Yeah, you can see there's more bricks in there. Yeah. And that's like what, that's the second or third layer in.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, you can even see some here. Some on the top.
Oh yeah, it looks drippy up there a little.
Yeah, bottom part. Another part.
You know what? Those arches, go back to that real quick. I'm sorry. Those arches there on the ground look like those coke kilns.
Yes.
Yeah, the Dujan, yeah.
The coke kilns that Mark Galat from Our Melted Reality has shown, and also what John Levy just showed.
Yep.
And that wall is just completely cooked out. That looks like regular old rock from your backyard. Go down a little to the bottom wall. There, right there in front of us. Look at that. That's regular old rock that you'd find in your backyard, guys. It's melted brick.
Yep.
Oh, wow. It's cool you got these interior pictures. Yep. Now look, see that right there up top? We just saw that, Deb, on one of your pictures that you were going through earlier. You could see all the right angles in the wall. I think it was an outside shot of a side face of a mountain or whatever you had shown earlier, Deb. But it had all these little right angles in it, just like we see here.
Yeah.
And this is what they call it. And again, if you didn't know this was an building, you would thought this is the side of a mountain.
Yeah, and it's got that multi-leveled,
Yeah.
you know, the up and down levels. Yeah, it's incredible.
The arches,
And surviving arches, yeah.
how well those arches make out, right?
Yeah, they do not just redistribute the weight; they redistribute like the energy too.
Yeah, and there's a place in, I think it's Utah, called Arches National Park. Arches National Park. It's I believe it's in Utah. I could be wrong, but you can look it up, man. It's got arches everywhere. What is that?
It's an iron cross, Jen. Again,
Wow.
in the wall.
Dude,
Wow.
it almost looks like a fan that got like,
Yeah,
like a exhaust fan or something. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
yeah. And I don't know.
And now look, see this column here? The way you can see clearly it's a stacked column. When you look at the Crowley columns at Crowley Lake, California, they look stacked just like this.
Yes, exactly. That's a nice point, Jen. I was wondering if they had refurbished or this is original, but it looks old. But you can even see in the wall here.
Yep.
The same kind of block or brick.
Thanks, Doug. I thought it was in Utah. Oh, just a little arch hanging out there, right? Another room down there, apparently. Look at this. You got these crazy looking, scroll down a little again as you're coming up that arch there. So you got good brick, and then you got janky looking rock, and then some more good brick, and then some squished down brick right there and stuff. And it's just all in one in this location. There's so many different levels of damage.
Yeah.
The thickness of it, my goodness.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about the brick, like who's making all this brick? What I want to know is who's making all this mortar? Who's stirring all this mortar up? Because mortar has to be stirred, and you know it's you got to use it. Right? It's kind of like cement. You know, you can't just let that shit sit around.
That's what I thought. I think they just filled it up, Jen.
Oh, look at it! It's just
completely.
Yeah, they did. They must have just filled it up and to cover all this meltification up.
Yeah, because you can't see like arches and the bricks everywhere.
Wow. I would love to have known what this place originally looked like. Like if there was some old depictions of it or something.
No, I didn't find any yet. So.
Remember that one island we were looking at, Shapu, and then you found it had like castles going around the rim of the mountain on that island? and you found the old depiction of it where the castles were still in the depiction? Oh, it's a long time ago. One of our first shows we did. It was really good. I'll have to dig it up.
Yes, I've seen a couple of places like what you mentioned. But look, this place is not even excavated yet, or still have the greenery.
It's amazing how much the greenery is there as opposed to up on the other part of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it makes me think they didn't just, like they filled it in with some type of dirt, maybe even. And that's why there's so much foliage there.
Yeah, they could have done it. Yeah. Or all of the mortar and the salts that were in this melt just melted down here, and all the nutriments are here.
That's
now.
true too, yeah.
But I don't know. this is what I thought. And this is the side wall of this. Look at this melted rock.
Stick a plaque on it and a face and give it a narrative. It's all done.
But
Well, that wall.
yeah, look at the wall. If you don't see the brick, I don't know what's.
Yeah. My goodness. It's so obvious.
And again, this sealed off place.
Again, look at this arch. It made out really well during this extreme heat event.
And just think of all those batteries, big brick batteries. You can see the damage done. You can see the energy that was stored in them, and that might be why we see different where the energy is traveled through, and some bricks might be storing more energy than others.
Yeah,
that could be true. You know what, Deb? I was looking at this lady's house. I have the video up on my Odysee channel, but it was a 1800s house, pre-X Factor house. She had damage all over it, and when we were talking and walking around her house, she said that the brick masons that came to her house had told her that the bricks on the backside of her house, which were all gray, are called dead bricks.
That's
and
right,
I'm like, that sounds to me like a dead battery.
Yeah, exactly, Jen.
Yeah. So the Masons know some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So this is my folder that it's called Hurt Strange Places, and this is where I put all the places that I found. And
oh, you're so organized. You put me to shame.
Oh, I wish I would even more, because sometimes I get lost in those places.
Yeah, that's starting to happen to me. I'm starting to get really lost in my. I should have put them in folders.
Yeah. Oh, we could look at this one. This one, I already made a post about it, but it disappeared again. It's not the first time. So I make a search and, hey, where's my post? So I just reposted it again. And it's this place.
Oh, wow.
You can see like the island back there.
All building, guys.
Oh,
Now, we talk about coastlines being buildings, continents being buildings. This whole thing here is what you would call a landmass, is a building.
Yeah. And how we know that? Because it's all bricks.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is just so good. I love this. This is a meltologist dream right here. Once you see the melted bricks, you won't fall for their lame ass tricks.
Yeah. Because it's impossible not to see once you see it.
Yeah, there's no unseeing it once you see it.
No.
I can never unsee flat earth, and I could never unsee this. That's for sure.
Yeah. And birds like to put their nests there. Like this.
Oh yeah, I see them. Oh, look at that cooked out brick right there. Yeah, it's got the little heat expansion holes.
And this is an old depiction of the place.
Huh.
You can see even more structure in this etching than today. The painting. I don't know if this one's old, but you can see like some etchings. I want to show. I got one picture. Look at this. Which one?
Cooked. That is muffed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that.
Yeah. But there's one that's so good that even they're all good, but
They're all good. Yeah, look at this. It's all brick, guys. It's melted. This is not a natural feature where somebody happened to come along at one point and built some stuff on it. The whole thing and whatever's under the water.
yes.
Wow.
See doors. There's one place that's really good. You can see here, brick lines,
Oh yeah.
and they're cooked. It's the same thing as
Incredible.
Oh, look
Wow,
at that.
Shabu.
That's really good stuff. That's a good one too.
can't even see the transition anymore here. You don't even know.
It's almost like you could see the heat chewing up from the bottom, just chewing it up, you know?
Yeah.
Especially on the castles, where you see these castles that are up on these high mountains or on the out ledge of a mountain and stuff. You could just see the heat was chewing it up. There's so much more to that building. As a matter of fact, when I had Mark Galat on a while back, we had covered one of the castles in England that had, I don't know how deep it was. It was like a 20-foot moat or something. But in this moat was all these other rooms and floors that went down below. So how could it be a moat? How would you fill that thing with water? All your bottom rooms would be flooded out. Oh, look at this. Oh, my gosh. This is absolutely amazing, Chapeau.
Okay.
Even here, between.
Wow. Yeah. Who's sticking brick in there? Come on.
Yeah.
That's wild, Shabu.
Sedimentary layers do not exist, guys. They just don't. They're brick layers.
There's one.
Now, where's this place at?
This is in Scotland. It's called Dunbar Castle.
Wow.
In Scotland, there's so many of these melted castles.
Yeah.
So they're saying that just time did this. You know.
Weathering, yeah.
It's
And the
just
more
old.
messed up it is, the older it is. They give it, you know, the historical timeline narrative.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a chimney? Is that a windbreaker? What is that?
Well,
Looks like-
the only wall still left of the castle. I don't know.
It looks like that thing up on top of Mauna Loa where Jagger Cave is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Starfort-ish on that one side, I guess, where they added that wall there. Maybe it was a Starfort at one time.
Probably because they were everywhere, and they still are.
Whatever it was, it is thick with brick. That's for sure.
Let's see this one back. Block. They just added these parts here, probably.
Right, like they made a little inlet there.
Yeah, but they probably built it on top of the old
wall
structure.
there, yeah. That's crazy. I wonder what's under the water there. Diving in that area must be interesting.
Yes. But they probably came and destroyed half of this place some time ago. Like I showed on the first show we did, that they came with their warships and
Oh
just
yeah.
bombarded the coastlines everywhere.
Yep.
So how much time you got left, Jen?
I got a few more minutes.
Can we this place, I don't even know if we looked at it. Just placed it today. Yeah, it's called an adversary. It's Kokino in maybe Russia. And look
Russia's
at this.
got some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
This place, I tried to find like remnants of bricks, but I didn't find any. But you can see a lot of structure melted.
For sure. Wow.
Yeah, there's even a place that they call the throne of a god, something. This is like the throne of the god that they call it.
See the way the ground looks there? It looks like that around the pyramids.
Yes. Look at this
Oh
place.
yeah, that was a huge building.
It's the view from the bottom.
Wow.
Against this, like you could go up between like these buildings, you know.
Right. Oh my gosh.
You know, some places I didn't like research enough, but we won't go into the Petra because there's thousands of pictures.
I love Petra. I think that's a great place to start for anybody who's new and they want to show other people. Take them to Petra. Show them Petra. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot going on underground at Petra that they're not showing people.
Found this place, it's pretty amazing because it's in nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere in Colorado.
Oh. Oh, hang on. That's my hubby. You keep going. Let me just answer this.
And it's called St. Mary's Chapel, right in the middle of nowhere. But
Yeah, cookouts there.
yeah, look at the bottom of it. It's just melted like crazy.
Amazing how they still hold up, though. I mean, all this time too. It's incredible. They must have been so well made to withstand all that.
Yes, because
Now look, the black roofing on that, if that would have melted down, would that be like those black runny striations that we see? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Jen, for sure.
yeah, if they were made like these rock ones, but this like just asphalt shingles.
Yeah, because we don't see it everywhere, but you know, we do see it, especially through a lot of the national parks here in America. This just stuff that seems to be coming from the top down.
Yeah, and it's dripping. It's got that drippy look too.
It's like it's tar or something, just cooked into the rock. Wow, that is crazy. So there was a lot more to this building than what we're seeing. It's melted down and away from itself, went all block and stare.
And I tried to find like history on it when they were like rebuild it, but
yeah, they definitely put a new roof on and probably put the windows in and maybe clean it up. Realize structurally they could still make something out of it and use it.
Yeah.
But listen, I got to get ready to go pick up the hubby. Deborah, thank you so much for coming on with us. This was great, and I want to do it more often with you. So you're definitely going to have to come back again.
I'd love to. I'd love to. Jen, do you have time for just like 1 minute? I'll just do a little show and tell of some bricks.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Let's do it.
It's just this big brick I got from an old world building. It's a bigger brick than your average brick. It's quite heavy, molded into a specific shape for the design of what they had. Big brick. But I'm just going to show you with these rocks, supposed rocks, but they're really bricks that I found outdoors, how they match up in size. Matched in size there, equal size, equal width. And then I've got a compressed brick here that I found out in the bush, and it matches up on this side. See that? Perfectly lined up. So yeah, it looks like my mountains that I live on were made out of these bricks.
Girl, that is amazing. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Let me bring Shapoo. I had you on big screen.
Wow, Shapoo.
Yeah, this is the one I found on the side of my river. This is like a yellow brick, really heavy, really dense.
Right.
I've got one more brick, sorry, because I got sent this by Kira. Kira, I can sketch you. Sent me this from the Mount Colorado, and
Nice.
it's got the brick line there and the crystallization through the middle.
I have one too.
Wow.
Mine looks like
A little brick show and tell. Oh, wow.
It's from Mount Chia, Jen?
no, this one's from my backyard. What else do I got in here? Oh, this one's pretty cool. Okay, this one here. Oh gosh, hold on a second.
Wow, it's got
lakes in it.
Wow, Jen. Wow. Bit of tech in there.
And then but look on the other side, it's just nice and smooth and round.
Incredible.
So it's broke open, and then it's like this.
I love you guys. So passionate about this. This is great.
Yeah, here's a rounded brick. It got tumbled around and stuff, and it's real flat, but it's just it looks like a cookie.
Yeah, so smooth over.
It's like a cookie. And then I got this one here. It's got like all these lines in it and stuff.
Wow. Wow.
It's really crazy. Well, no, I love this stuff. Let me see what else I got. Here we go. My husband's gonna have to wait a minute. Get me digging in my rock pile here.
And I've got so many. I've got buckets and buckets of rocks.
Wow, look at that edge. Yeah. It's a fun hobby.
All right, guys. I love you. Thank you again, Deb, so much.
too.
And please, everybody, make sure you sub and bell Deborah the Red Brick Chick's channel and Shapoo's channel. They're both linked in the description box below this video, to this live stream. And also, if anybody wants a Meltology 101 t-shirt, the details for that are also in the description below. Deb has hers on, and Shapoo has his shirt on too, but it's exclusive. I'm not giving these away. It says, "Who's carving?" All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we gotta go. Let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you guys.
Thanks, everyone. Love you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks. Thank you, Deb.